Hi, I'm Tom, and I've never seen the Titanic, but I have seen The Room at least 3 times.
And I'm Sean, and I think Forrest Gump is fine. There, I said it.
And this is Flix and Flops, the podcast where we watch movies, talk nonsense.
And pretend to know what we're doing.
Grab your snacks, lower your expectations, and let's ruin some cinema together.
Because nothing says film analysis like two friends arguing over whether Nicolas Cage is a genius or just bored.
All right, and welcome back to another episode of Flicks and Flops. I think I put Sean through the worst movie that we've ever willingly sat through, which is 2020's Money Plane. There's just nothing I can really say about this movie besides the fact that it is horrendous and it might have been worse than Amazon's War of the Worlds. And I don't know if you agree with that, but that's just where I stand with it right now.
I don't know. It's actually, we've watched some interesting flops on here, and I almost feel like we kind of put ourselves in like an interesting spot of like watching the quote unquote like worst movie ever for War of the Worlds because I feel like I'm finding like a new dimension of like what can make movies bad, right? Like, uh, right off the bat, okay, before we even dive into whatever fucking plot this movie had, which good
Or
luck.
lack
Uh,
thereof.
or lack thereof. I This was one of my immediate thoughts when we finished watching, because we're recording this the day after we watched the movie. Since we gotta keep our minds fresh on Money Plane, because Lord knows this movie's going out of my brain after. But so, for example, if you remember from our Jurassic Park review, we basically talked about like how at the end, like all of a sudden they have this like change of heart, they're gonna save the world, and we're like, what the fuck? This is so stupid. It pissed me that literally to me compared to the switch in the people in this movie suddenly becoming altruistic at the end, that makes that look like fucking genius, like absolute cinema writing in comparison to the fucking change of fate they have in this movie. And like we complained about the editing in War of the Worlds, but like at least there was like semi competent editing in there. This took all the worst parts of War of the Worlds editing and put it in a shit blender and made it even worse. Like, I don't know. I just genuinely, this movie made $618 in revenue. Just to give you an idea of what we're working with here. Not the lowest, but
But it's up there. That is an atrocious amount of money to make when they put how much was the budget of this movie? You looked it up before.
yeah, half a million. Which also I'm like, for some of the actors they had in this, like, what the fuck, man? Did they like pay you in peanuts, like, or like did all the money go to paying the actors? Because like Jesus, it seemed like they filmed this in like a day.
I think they
Like,
spent all of the money on Kelsey Grammer, and then maybe there was like $10 left over, and they're like, you know who will do anything for money is Denise Richards. And then the rest is all the Lawrence brothers, basically. The director just brought his brothers on, and I'm convinced it's all money laundering scheme with that family anyway.
yeah, like absolutely insane. I truly don't get it. And like Thomas Jane is in this, and like Kelsey Grammer's the main villain.
Whatever you want to wager on, the Money Plane has you covered. You want to bet on a dude fucking an alligator? Money Plane.
And they even have Al Sapienza, who's like a pretty good character actor, like Mikey Palmisi from and from The Sopranos.
Hey, Mikey, that's the boy.
What boy's that, Tone?
The one you sleep with.
He was also Marty Spinella in House of Cards, and he's in like a billion other great shows. Like, these are like some decent actors like in this fucking movie, and it's just like, damn. But to be fair, some of them you like look at, like, for example, Al Sapienza's TV career. He's in a lot better TV than he is movies. Because I mean, the last movie that guy was in was Dark Web Cicada 3301. So I mean, need I say more? But oh god, I have so much to say yet so little at the same time. It's just
I mean, the whole movie,
I can't believe you put us through this. I genuinely can't believe you put us through this.
the whole movie is so absurdly bad. I mean, the whole plot revolves around Jack and his group of robbers, I guess, like art thieves. I don't know what they steal. Whatever, it doesn't matter. There's really no explanation to any of it.
Well, there kind of is. There's kind of a half-assed one where they're like, yeah, like I was a professional gambler, I was the best
Yeah,
gambler, but then I gambled too big and I ended up in debt. But like, not for nothing, where the fuck did the other three people come from? I mean, I don't know. They
they just
kind of like
show up.
set up
They're
one.
like, we know Jack, and that's it. They're like,
Yeah, we're all thieves and we all make money and we're gonna steal like the disturbing duckling. That's what it is. We're gonna steal the disturbing duckling and like we're gonna make money and retire our families, yada yada. Which like I can't. Okay, going back to I'm gonna be all over the place in this one because fucking a, this movie was all over the place. But like they really have Denise Richards on the fucking poster of this movie, and she's in the movie for like maybe 6 minutes.
I think she has
Like,
like 5 lines of dialogue, and one of them is, "Are you coming to bed, sweetie?"
and another one of them is, "Oh, your turn," for like literally
Yeah,
petting a dog at the end of the movie. Like, fuck you, dude. Oh my god.
I think what really this movie's just kind of like you said, it's all over the place. But you have Jack, who it's that actor that was turned. He was a WWE star turned actor. As all of them do now, which is the laziest thing, and I hate it.
Yeah, Edge, yeah, Adam Copeland,
Yeah,
Edge. You know what he's in too? Actually, so I thought I when we were watching this movie, I'm like, why the fuck do I recognize this guy? And it wasn't from wrestling because like, I no disrespect to wrestling, it just like wasn't my thing when I was a kid. Um, and even now. But like I am watching it. I'm like, what the fuck do I recognize him from? I can't, and I have this TikTok pop up, and it's a fucking ad for like the new Percy Jackson and the Olympian show, and I guess he plays Ares on that show, and his acting was just as shit in that as it was in this. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, you're a professional wrestler. Your whole job is to be a fucking actor. You suck. Like,
I
oh
mean,
my god.
the whole thing is absurd. He's a terrible actor. Every time he's delivering lines, it's just like he read it, and they were like, "Yeah, that's fine. You don't need to change. You don't need to put emotion. Just go, 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 go." So you have Jack and his group were hired to steal this painting, and they're like, "Whoa, the painting's not in this art museum that we're going to rob." So then Jack's like, "I gotta go to the Grouch." The Grouch, they try to set it up as this ultimate badass, and it's Kelsey Grammer playing the Grouch, who has, without a doubt, the stupidest name I've ever heard in a movie. His full character name is Darius Emmanuel Grouch the Third. I truly wish I was joking. That is
AKA the Rumble, which is
AKA
like, damn, dude,
Rumble.
your name's already fucking sick and you need like a well, sick is relative, but like you just decided, no, you know what? Fuck that. The Grouch ain't good enough. I'm the Rumble, which like they never explain what the fuck that means. Like what like why the Rumble? Like
It's so bad. And Jack approaches him, and the Grouch is like, "Hey, listen, I bought your debt, so I own you. And what I need you to go do is rob."
Money plane.
And by the way, this is gonna be super fun for me to edit because every time
Money plane.
I'm just gonna put that clip of Kelsey Grammer saying
Money plane.
because it's so weird. It's gonna take some time, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
get my money from the
Money plane.
no, what is it? We're gonna take down the
Money plane.
he fucking oh my god says that like fucking 20 times in the movie and it never it's just incredible how unnatural for a guy who's been acting for like well before either of us are born, how unnatural he could be in this movie. It's just like, damn man, I know you're just in this shit for a fucking paycheck, but like what the fuck?
It doesn't fit his character at all. Like the whole idea of the
Money plane.
is it's all these like super dangerous hardened criminals, like the top like I guess 5 or 6 worst criminals. There's however many the budget could afford, which is $12.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's very questionable how many people are actually on this plane at every given time because, like, I think sometimes in the movie, you're like, okay, sometimes we have extras and sometimes we don't. And so, as we know, I like to do some research after we watch it,
of course.
and What's interesting is originally they wanted to film the movie in Romania and Toronto. Both of those didn't work. So they filmed it in fucking Baton Rouge, which like I'm sure they got like some fucking
Interesting.
yeah, which I don't know. And apparently like Kelsey Grammer was their first choice for the movie, and for Grouch, and he selected it and described the role as a fun mustache twirling kind of character. Um, Shut the fuck up. So
It wasn't even
in
mustache
addition to
twirling. It was just stupid.
it was just like, dude, it wasn't even like a fun campy. Oh God, fuck
Yeah,
it.
it wasn't
So
like ooh, I'm the bad guy. He literally is just smoking cigars and he's like, yes, rob the
Money plane.
Rob,
Money plane.
don't use code words. Call me the colonel, and you're the captain. Like, oh my God, fuck you. But literally, remember, Tom, you kept being like, yo, like, it looks like this fucking plane set is like the same room, but with different things. And literally, and I saw it, I read an interview. We were literally building the plane set while we were shooting. We picked corners of the set that were built and shot in those corners. We had to do that all the time. So you were literally right. You were literally right. They were fucking filming in the same set
My favorite
and
part is
just like, ugh.
when I notice it is when everyone's getting
Money plane.
all these hardened criminals, and they do all these these games. They can bet on anything. You can do anything. To quote the Grouch,
Do you want to bet on a dude fucking an alligator? Money plane.
so it's like whatever. It's literally whatever you want. But I noticed that it was being filmed in like one compartment. When at like the first time they go on,
Money plane.
a curtain gets pulled back, and I look over at Sean. I'm like the snapping, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Here I come. Oh, here I come.
That's just a black wall behind them. It's like they didn't think to put any like CGI or any like animation or anything beyond that to make it seem like there's more to this plane than there is. It was quite literally just a black wall. And I'm like, did they just run out of budget? And they were like, no one's gonna see us when we open these curtains wide, and there's just a black wall behind the actors, like very clearly walking from behind, like coming in off stage. And it's just it's so lazy. Because I'm convinced the Lawrence family, the way they shoot these movies, is they do all the shots in like 2 days max. And then afterwards, they look through the footage and they're like, it's gonna cost us extra money to bring these people back. It's
So
good.
guess how long it took them to film this movie? I think it's actually going to piss you off. They filmed from mid October 2019 through late December 2019. So they filmed this movie in like a month and a half when it looks like it was filmed in like fucking 2 days.
Well, this movie, it feels like it was filmed by like college students shooting their first movie because
No,
it's
that's
so
disrespectful.
lazy.
No, that's disrespectful to college kids. I don't even want to compare it to like
We'll go to high school
say
then.
no, that's disrespectful to high school, bro. They literally got a bunch of like fucking sapient or sentient like earthworms or something to like make this movie. No, I don't even. This is an inhuman abomination. Okay, I don't want to. I don't want to shit on film students working to like, you know, be masters of their craft. That's just no.
I mean, at
No,
least
fuck
film
that. The
students
Lawrence brothers don't get to have that.
at least film students know how to properly frame a shot and light a shot. There was so many times in this
Oh my
movie
god.
where the lighting wouldn't make any sense, and I'm fully convinced that they shot all these things with just like a light above them, and they're like, "Yeah, that's okay, that's fine." And they wouldn't even have like 3-point lighting or anything like that. They had nothing, no fill lighting, anything. But the worst example is there's a scene where someone from Jack's party, someone from his group, they're trying to set up like a makeshift landing strip and trying to signal the plane to land. They wanted you to think that it was nighttime when this was happening. And
Oh
it's
my
already
god.
a huge pet peeve of mine of doing day for night when you're shooting. It already
Yes.
sucks. I think it's super lazy, and I get it. It's hard to
No,
shoot at night.
it's the worst. It's
Like,
the fucking worst
it's
though.
so obvious. Every time someone does day for night, you can tell. It doesn't look natural, and I get it. Shooting at night is hard. I understand. You want the
Mhm.
lighting to be natural. It's hard to do that. I get it. So instead of trying to do anything remotely smart, like their solution was shoot it and then put some filter over the camera. Like almost looks like they've just put the lens cap on the camera and it's just like makes no sense, but you can clearly see the sun and you can tell that it's clearly daytime by looking at the sky, but everything feels like they didn't white balance and they just put a weird filter on the camera to make it like blue. And, like it's literally like me when I was in college and I went out and I thought I was so smart, didn't white balance, and all of a sudden I come back and everything's blue. It looked exactly like that, and I was like, "What the fuck are we looking at?" Like, and they keep cutting between other shots, so that's what makes it even more jarring. Is when this happens, they'll cut to another shot of someone else, and you're like, "Why is this person like lit at least in one way?" And they're like the color kind of makes sense when this person is just blue. Like, I genuinely have no idea how they looked at that and said, "It's fine. That's okay."
Oh my god.
And then don't even
And
get
it's
me
like,
started on the fucking drone, by the way.
oh my god, the way that they deal with technology in this movie, and I will say, just my last thought on the lighting and all that other technical bullshit. Because this movie, I could go on and on, but like the lighting wasn't even that bad until like you get to the last about 25 minutes and it goes down a fucking cliff. I mean, it wasn't great before then. Let's not get that twisted. But it went from like just being like, this is like mediocre lighting at best. Kind of looks kind of, the whole thing looked like a fucking, like it was filmed in the 2000s. But
Oh, they
um,
filmed it in one compartment of a fake airplane.
yeah,
That's
it
why
just went. It
they filmed there, and I swear to God, I looked over at Sean, I'm like, "I'm convinced these are the kind of sets that they use when they're trying to do, like, porn stories that involve an
yeah,
airplane."
yeah,
And it's just like,
literally.
it looks so bad. It looks terrible. Like, they didn't even bother to do any sort of animation out the windows too of, like, the sky. Only when you're in the cockpit do they have that. But the rest of the time, you can just look and you can almost see the set behind, like, through the windows. But sorry to derail you. I just had to get that out of there because this movie has pissed me off so much. So you were talking about the lighting, and I got way sidetracked.
No, it's okay. Just the way that they deal with technology in this movie is so stupid to me. Because first of all, of course, because they're hardened criminals, there's like a original operating system that looks like a fucking piece of shit. That like I said to Tom, I'm like, my God, it's wild that this movie's made in 2020 because this literally like half of the shit looks like AI slop. Like, my God, the editing and but the way they deal with technology is so stupid. Like, one thing they really make a big focus on is like, yeah, it's the
Money plane.
and there's like actual cash on it, but they make way more big of a deal of, oh, there's 1 billion in crypto on the,
Money plane.
like they show the server room later in the movie and it's like the most like generic looking fucking like technical server room. Like, I
Just a
mean, I
bunch of
don't know
lights.
shit about, yeah, like I don't know shit about crypto mining, but that's definitely not it. Um, but it just, oh god, and like the way they do like the video chats and like the way that, and the drone, oh my god, the drone that literally had hands holding a pistol shoot, like how the fuck was the drone shooting the pistol? I know the guy was controlling it, but like what the
Please give Thomas
just
Jane
every,
the appropriate nomenclature that he has for his name, the Punisher, because he was one of the we used one of the first Punishers, mind you. So I can kind of excuse it a little bit, but the drone looks so fucking bad. It's literally like a drone you get from Best Buy, and they almost like duct taped a pistol to it.
I'm not giving him fucking no, fuck that. The first live action Punisher, as far as I'm concerned, is fucking Ray Stevenson in Punisher Warzone. You ever see that movie? That
Oh,
movie's fucking awesome. Just, oh god, the way that they fucking handle anything attempting to look like the real world is just so unnatural. And going back to the criminals too, right? Because they try to make Kelsey Grammer look like this badass guy. Meanwhile, there's some like douchey ass, like I don't even know. He wasn't Southern. His like friend was Southern. Who knows? They try to portray him as Southern. I truly, whatever. Basically, they insinuate that this guy who looks like an absolute dork you'd see like walking down the street is the reason that Iran has nuclear war capabilities and he's done like war crimes in Syria. I'm like, this is the fucking guy you pick for this. He's like, my dad has sold guns, I sold guns, and but now I'm selling nukes. I'm like, oh my god. And like this other woman's like, I was chopping off people's hands for free when I was a child. Like, oh my god, the way that they try to make like the criminals on the money plane. Oh my no, Tom, actually, I'm gonna have to give it to you because Joey Lawrence is the concierge. The you know
Oh,
exactly what scene I'm talking about. I need you to you were the one who was hung up on this. Just like the way that they fucking tried to make these characters look badass is so stupid, but the concierge's one is where it goes over the hedge for me.
the concierge sucks. All right, as a whole idea, it's stupid. All he does is he's constantly like, "Oh, the house will take care of this. The house will do it all. The house has got you." By the way, Joey Lawrence is definitely getting old, and his hairline sucks, and he's got hair plugs. 100%. Liar, 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 liar. I do not like this man. So he's wearing this like suit that's too tight, so he's going like bulging out of it the entire time. It's I'm convinced he tried to make himself look like a badass in this movie because he's so insecure. So he plays the concierge, and at one point he's like, "These are the house rules. You shall not cheat. You shall not do this." All this stuff, and everyone's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Who cares?" All they're caring about is like, when do we get the women? So the concierge at one point is walking by with someone from Jack's crew, and all of a sudden he just pulls out a pistol and shoots a guy in the head as he's playing like poker or something. And then he reaches up the dead guy's sleeve and goes, and pulls a card out. And he goes, "Cheating. I told you all of our zero tolerance policy for cheating. Carry on." I'm like, there's no way you could have known that. The dude is literally sitting there motionless and he just shoots him in the head to seem like a badass. And I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. There wasn't any sort of giveaway where he's like, "Achoo," and you can see like he's trying to play it off that he's pulling the card out of his sleeve or like something a little more clever. You cannot just tell me that this guy is an omniscient character who's like just knows that this random person who wasn't moving at all was cheating. I'm like, I can't get behind that. There, you need to have some sort of like some sort of way to show that he could tell he was cheating. The dude is literally sitting there like this, and then he just comes over and shoots him. He's not doing anything. There's no reason to assume he's cheating. It was just to justify the badass moment of killing somebody. And I'm like, they also, throughout the movie, they're introducing the hardened criminals, are doing this whole exposition dump on who they are, where it's like, "Oh, you're afraid of a little, like, whatever." They're playing Texas Hold'em. It's like, "Oh, the stakes too high for you? I thought you were the sixth most dangerous sex trafficker in the world. What's up with that? Didn't 60% of all sex traffics go through you?" They have like all these statistics
Oh my god,
about each other.
that piece of dialogue. Yeah, human trafficking is only the third most profitable one, followed by
Yeah,
um oh my
like
god. And that's that same
weapons
character I was
dealing.
talking about. Yeah, the one who like I gave Iran nuclear weapons. Like, oh god, dude, all the dialogue is like so unnatural. I mean, what I will say, I think my favorite performance might be Al Sapienza because he does not take the movie seriously at all. The
I think he
bookkeeper,
knows what's going on.
he dicked around super hard. He's like, "Fuck it, man. I'm gonna get a check for a few days of work." But like, one thing that bothers me too is how much time they spend with Trey, the guy who's the tech
Oh,
guy, but they make him sit for all the gambling because, of course, Edge, the cool badass guy, needs to go, hijack the plane or whatever. Which, like, okay, I guess, like,
they
whatever.
had
We're
all
gonna
the
like,
roles wrong in this entire movie because why is Trey, who clearly doesn't like violence, being put in this situation? There is no need for him. Like, they're like, "Oh, we need our tech guy to hack the crypto." I'm like, yeah, but why is he being involved in the games? Like, it doesn't make sense. And even still, like,
no.
the whole idea, one of my biggest pet peeves of this movie, and I said it to you so many times while we're watching it, is the sound design. The sound design
Oh
and the set design are horrendous. It's like when they're shooting pistols, it sounds like they're shooting little BB guns, and it doesn't match up. They'll be like shooting, it's like pew 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 pew, And they have this whole like every time they bring in music, it doesn't really fit the situation either. Like there's a scene where Trey and one of the the arms dealer are playing Russian roulette, and there's like this like country twang music going on in the background when it's supposed to be this tense back and forth of them being like, I'm not going first, no, you go first, no, you go first, no, you go first. And they're kind of having this like, who's gonna go first, who's risking their life first, which should be tense and should have tense music behind it, is like twangy guitar and like it doesn't fit the vibe at all. And then finally, the criminal goes, "Oh yeah, I'm not afraid of anything. I'm immortal." And then takes the gun, tries it out, shoots himself, and dies. And the music hard cuts, and it's just so jarring. Like that's how this entire movie is. Nothing was thought out. It's just like, we need music behind the scene. What's free? Do we have any free royalty free music that we can just toss in there?
Oh my god, the like
Yeah,
oh my god,
it
dude, the
didn't
music
make
in that
sense. It
no, it
didn't
did
make
not.
sense.
And there's another point too where oh god, I went to film school, I forget the term for this, but like there's a term for when music is coming out of a source of media or whether or not it's just background noise. And there's a
Yeah.
scene where the guy's setting up the camp and it alternates with both, which is okay because sometimes it does that, but it's only okay when it stops going from the source of the audio um and we're moving away from the scene and it cuts to another one. Not in the scene it going from like it being that to them doing that. Like what the fuck? Like that's just stupid. Pick one. Choose a lane. And also like if you are gonna have it be background noise at all, why the fuck did you? Oh god.
They do that multiple times in this
Oh,
movie too.
oh,
Like they did it when Jack is talking to the Grouch when he's in the cockpit at one point. That it's like
oh, the
the
stupid
Grouch has
rap music,
yeah,
the
the Grouch
rap
has
music.
music
Oh my
playing,
god.
but then it's also coming through in the headphones, but then it's also background music, and it's like they have not figured this out where it's
Ugh,
like, yeah, you can do that, but you need to know when to end it. And they don't know when to end it. They just leave it going.
no.
So you're like, is this music where's this music being played then? Because it gives you that whole sense of being like, okay, you're supposed to be like, it's in the Grouch's mansion. But then clearly they go to another scene and it's still playing. So you're like, what? This doesn't make sense. It's not, is it background music then? Because Jack was hearing it in the cockpit. So what the hell is happening in this movie? And the whole idea too of Trey, like going back to Trey being the one to sit there when they had clearly talked about they,
Money plane.
they're betting on all this disgusting stuff. And then Trey's like shocked when all the things they're betting on, it's like, oh, man versus Scorpion, man in piranha pit, man chops off other
Man,
man's arm.
that one's the stupidest one. Like the other ones, okay, I get it. You're coming with these crazy scenarios. Like what? Like it's just these two guys drinking. Like they don't even describe what the challenge. Like what was the challenge? Like who's gonna chop whoever's hands off first? Like bitch, what the fuck?
My favorite is it's just two dudes, two Russian dudes sitting at a table drinking, and then all of a sudden one of them pulls an axe and just goes, yeah, and chops the other dude's arm off with no explanation, no warning whatsoever. And then looks at the camera and they play like this kind of tense music, but it doesn't fit the situation, so it just looks so stupid because he's eyeing the
Money plane.
camera and he's like just staring at it. And you're like, what happened? You're so lost because they had just shown man versus Scorpion. Nothing, and you don't see anything. You just see a man in a cage. He's going, oh God. And then all of a sudden he's on the floor, like shaking, and then he's dead. The whole, like, everything about the betting in it, it makes no sense. It is so incredibly stupid.
God, the fucking.
Money plane.
When's the money train? Like when are we going to the money plane? As in like the plains, like the fields.
The money
Like
plane of existence.
I think I'm gonna lose my money brain. Okay, like how many? Like let's just come up with a bunch of shitty spin-offs because we know that this guy's not capable of making. Okay, so you told me about Merry Christmas, right? So
Yes.
I wanted to see whatever great movies this guy made. So immediately after this movie, he made The Office Mix Up. He made Mistletoe Mix Up. I don't know why you made 2 movies in a row with the word mix up in it. Frankie Meets Jack, which spoiler alert,
Does
one of
Frankie
his
beat Jack?
brothers play one of his brothers plays the main character. I think it's fucking Joey Lawrence. God damn it. Fucking oh god. Which by the way, I was trying to figure out if Andrew Lawrence was in the movie, dude. He was Iggy, the guy who was like on the ground, like fucking with the landing strip or whatever. That's the director. I was like, where the fuck's Andrew Lawrence? Because I figured out Matthew Lawrence and Joey Lawrence immediately. Because
It's
at
a
least they've
vanity project.
been. It's I don't know if I can even call this a vanity project. Like I feel like that's who the fuck even knows, man. It's just it's so ass. It's just
Well, never
oh
forget,
god. But
we kind of glazed over Merry Christmas, the movie they made, is Marry, as in marry like a marriage. It's him and his brothers yet again, and one of his brothers they're played brothers called Mr. Right, and they're both getting married on Christmas Day to their beautiful wives, who I'm pretty sure it's just their wives in the movie anyway, too. And the mom is in the movie, so it's just a family vacation that he's paying them for. I am like, I cannot stand the Lord's family. They are on my list of like, this is some of the worst cinema I've ever seen. But goddamn, was it one of like the most absurd scenes that I had to have Sean rewind it when we're watching it?
oh,
when,
we had to rewind so many scenes during this shit. Oh my god.
when Kelsey Grammer is calling into Jack in the cockpit of the
Money plane.
he literally just goes, I am Darius Emmanuel Grouch the Third, aka Oscar the Grouch, aka the Rumble, and I am going to take down the
Money plane.
what is this movie? Like it was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. I was like, what are we trying to do here? What is the goal to accomplish? And about like there's like what 10-15 minutes left in the movie at some point. Far too long. When they
Far
switch
too long.
completely, they finally get the money. And instead of like being like, we're gonna clear our names, so like we're gonna give this money back to the people who have suffered. We're donating all the billions of crypto back to all these charities. It's untraceable. We're the good guys. We're like Robin Hood. And then they just toss like pallets of cash out the airplane. And it's yet another great scene of when they have the airplane door open. It's they were trying to make you think it's nighttime. But instead of doing anything clever like showing stars to symbolize nighttime, anything like that, it's just a black wall.
Anything.
It's literally a black wall that half you can see them kind of like walk into it and walk away. It is like some of the laziest directing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's quite literally like it's just pitch black and they just walk out into it and gone. No moon, no stars, nothing. Like you can still see at night. You don't like open your eyes and you're like, "Oh my god, it's dark, eternal darkness. I'm never seeing anything again." It's literally just a black screen that they walk in. It's half this movie. The set feels like they just were like, they're like, oh man, we blew all the money on 2 actors. What are we gonna do? And they're like,
What
oh,
are we gonna do?
like we still need set design. And they're like, oh man, is Dollar Tree still open? And they just went and found everything they could at Dollar Tree because it's things that just don't make sense. It's like they have like a random furnace or whatever plant. You know what do you call them? You know those tall plants? Not a furnace. A furnace is the thing that keeps you warm. What are the
A
plants?
fern?
Yeah, a fern. You know, I'm stupid.
A
So this movie made me stupid. But
I mean, it enhanced your stupidity. I'm with you. I'm
it,
with you on that.
it's like that meme of where it's got a picture of a smooth brain and then a wrinkled brain. It's like my brain, your brain, my brain. Problem slide off. Woo! Like that's how the movie made me feel. Is like woo, plot and problems slide right off the brain. Like, but the set was like it literally was just like a fern and then like glassware that you'd find at like Dollar Tree and like all these things that don't match and and curtains separating the rooms of like the compartments of the plane, and it's literally just like curtains that they just put a curtain rod up and like spent $5 on curtains and just put them there. And anytime people like move the curtains, you're like, oh shit, I can see behind there. Okay, that's cool. But it's like they clearly just didn't know what to do and how to make sets. Half the like when they're in at the very beginning of the movie, when they're trying to steal the painting and it's at that art museum, it's an abandoned building. Very clearly an abandoned building that they put metal detectors up at the entrance, like cheap looking ones, a runner for like a rug, and one plant. And they're like, this is an art museum.
Oh my god, the art museum with like fucking like eight like crazy armed cops. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Like,
all the security guards have like machine guns, and they're like, this is normal. This is what art museums look like. It's like I felt insulted every time I would look at that movie. I'm like, what did they think when they were making this? That they're like, that looks really good. That looks like it would be an actual airplane. I could see people. When have you been in a plane and there's a plant? When? How big are plane compartments? Or plane, like, I don't know. Do they call them compartments? I'm calling them compartments. Trains call them compartments.
Yeah, we're gonna go with compartments. Yeah.
How big are they that you could fit like poker tables in there? Not just one.
Yeah, like
not one.
The
multiple
rooms in this movie are like insane. It's just like what the fuck? Like how big is this plane? Like at first in it, I'm like, okay, like how are they gonna fit all of this? But then they actually show it, and then I'm like, nah, like what are we even doing here? Like they showed and there was even stupider stuff they had in the background. Like at first I'm like, oh, they really just have poker and a sportsbook on this. Like they fit slots, they fit like how like what kind of fucking crazy ass like magic plane are we on that we could fit all this shit there? Like what?
Money plane
has a terminal, by the way. There's a sequence.
Oh yeah, its own terminal. Yep.
It's like it's just generic stock footage of an airplane terminal, and it says
money plane
terminal undisclosed location. Like such a horrendously bad movie, but I will say it has a line that might be up there for one of the most absurd lines I've ever heard in a movie. And I pointed this out to you when we're watching it. One of the hardened criminals is finding out that Jack's crew is trying to break into some spot, and it's like the person who's dressed up as like the flight attendant, like the lady who's supposed to be like the badass of the group. Guy.
God, don't even. I can't believe we haven't even talked about her. Holy shit!
Well, one of the hardened criminals goes up to her, and she's like, "Oh, rules say you can't be back here." And he goes, "Rules are made to be fucked. Do you want to be fucked?" And it's like, I don't know what is better in a sense of just like what is happening here. Is that, or from Tarantino's Kill Bill of "My name is Buck and I like to fuck." I'm like, those one is done in such a way that you're like, okay, like it's Tarantino, he can get away with that. One is done in a sense that this movie means nothing. Nobody knows what they're doing. And some guy just thought it'd be hilarious to say, rules are meant to be fucked. Do you want to get fucked? Like, and by the way, the woman in his crew, who was like the flight attendant, like I never understood the whole point. She's like, all right, don't attract attention to yourself. As she's like beating the shit out of everyone that walks by her. I'm like, isn't somebody gonna be like, hey, she shouldn't be here. That woman doesn't belong here. Like, the movie as a whole does not work in any facet. There's nothing redeeming about this movie.
No, not even in a fun way. Like, out of all the other shitty movies that we've watched so far, I'd say you could like watch and have fun with. Don't fucking watch this movie. Don't fucking watch Money Plane. Please spare yourself.
There's nothing about it where I was like, oh, that was cool or unique or made sense. Like,
no,
they even have a whole thing where Jack frames the Grouch at the end for being like, oh, I got the recording of you saying you're going to take down the
money plane,
and I played it over the whole speaker of the airplane.
Yeah, we'll have them kill you. Yeah.
And then immediately they all pivot and they're like, You have Joey Lawrence being like, "Who would like to bet on how long it will take us to kill Mr. Grouch?" And they're all like, they all just lost all their money, so I don't know why they're betting, but they're all like, $10,000. He's gonna last 2 minutes. Like, they're all just immediately betting again. I'm like, what is the point in this? Which comes up to a great scene of like the assassins are showing up to the Grouch's place, and he just pulls out a machine gun, and it's some of the worst firing I've ever seen, where it's just him going like this, like shaking, little guns going everywhere, and he just screams "ah" as he's shooting. It's so ridiculously bad looking. Like,
It. Oh God, the effects are. Oh God.
the light flashing from guns in this movie is always terrible. It's like, I swear to God, the Lawrence brothers made this, and then they're like, "Yeah, that's okay." Or they're like, hey, they saw it and they're like, "It's going to cost us a lot of money to get people back." We kind of had one good take.
We got one go at this.
Yeah, they're like, "Guys, we have the set for 30 minutes. Whatever needs to be done now." Like, there is not there's not a single part of this movie that really works at all. Like, nothing about it made me be like, this is a competently shot movie or anything. Like, at least with some of the fun bad movies like War of the Worlds, you're like, okay, this is really bad, but it's fun bad because Ice Cube is just going way over the top in this role.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's parts in that movie where you can see that they didn't quite get all of the green screen. So when he's moving around, you can see the green screen along the edges of his arm. But in this, it's like, nothing is shot well. No one's acting is any good. The lighting is terrible. The sound design is terrible. The sets are terrible. The music choices make no sense whatsoever. So what made anyone think that this movie was going to make money? $500,000 for a movie still is a small budget. And then they made $618 in return. It's just like, to have that kind of, not even a return, because I'm sure they had to put money into marketing too, even though I don't remember this movie ever being marketed.
Nah, you're giving them too much credit. There's no way they fucking marketed this. I mean, I don't know. It came out right as COVID was kind of like kicking off. Who knows, man? Maybe they made some money from Prime or DVD sales. I kind of hope not. I kind of hope they suffered, but maybe they figured it out.
I mean,
I don't know.
I kind of want to get this on like DVD and like Blu-ray or something. So when people come over, they'll go, "What's that?" And I'll say, "Oh, buddy, you are in for it now." And I put on
Money Plane.
and they can't escape.
Oh God.
I don't know. There's nothing about this movie that made me think like this wasn't an utter waste of my time. Like, my
No,
first thought as I was leaving your place was like, I'm never getting that time back. Great to have time
no.
with you, but I was like,
Yeah.
I'm never getting the time of watching this movie back. I'm gonna go to my deathbed and I'm gonna be like, I'll be dying on my deathbed. My whole family will be like, "Oh my god, he's gonna say his final words." I'm like, "Fuck the Lawrence brothers for ruining my life." It's like, you know how Geno Smith had that whole like blame it on me thing? He's like, "Oh, it's all me, blame it on me." I'm going to blame every bad thing that ever happens in cinema on the Lawrence brothers now. That is my sole objective.
Honestly, I'm with you. I think we just got to completely fuck them over. Anytime anything bad happens, oh my god, whoa, like thousands of people just died. Fucking Lawrence brothers, dude, really?
Money Plane.
It was the
Money Plane.
dude, it was the Joey Lawrence hairline,
Money Plane.
whatever fucking god, he makes Jalen Brown's fucking spray thing look like a fucking premier haircut. Like, oh god.
Don't forget about the other Lawrence brother who was also in the movie and had the world's fakest mustache that literally
Oh
is
my
supposed to be like
god.
handlebar, but you can almost see the tape underneath it.
It's so stupid. And he just fucking and he shot himself in the head, which I wouldn't blame people for wanting to do that after watching this movie. Please don't. But really bad movie nonetheless. Like, fuck.
I mean, this has to be contender for one of the worst movies we have ever seen.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, out of the bad movies we've seen for Flicks and Flops, this was probably the least fun so far. We'll see. I have a strong feeling that we'll find something worse, but um, I don't know. Maybe it was a blessing that War of the Worlds was our first one, because we've almost kind of had this like, we're oh god, like at a certain point, like when we kind of get to a point where we can recap like all our movies and like what we thought, like try to put them in like a tier list or something. I'm gonna be really interested to see our methodology for the bad movies, because I never thought there would be so many ways a movie could be bad until we started this podcast. Like in my heart of hearts, I kind of knew, but there's so much more.
Well, I mean, we're starting
Ugh.
off. This is going to be in 2026, so
Yeah.
we're starting the year off in the worst possible way. But look at it
Yeah.
this way: the movies that we see can only go up from here, right? Like, if you set the bar so fucking low, it can only go up. The power of positivity.
This is true. This is very true. I don't know. I mean, there's been talks of whatever shitty movie we're gonna watch next. Um, I mean, ideally we're gonna talk about a good one next as well. I mean, Tommy and I are kind of expanding as we go into 2026. We're expanding our options. Obviously chunkies and streaming are great for the more recent movies, but we're gonna explore the whole timeline of cinema, because there's most certainly some flicks, there's almost certainly some flops, and if we can find as many as possible for the rest of time, which we most certainly will, then hopefully we keep y'all entertained, because we suffer for you with movies like this, but hopefully the flicks we bring you allow you to prosper. And that's my 2026 beginning of the year pep talk.
We're dying on the cross for cinema sins.
Yes, we are.
But you know what? We're still waiting on the Chunky sponsorship too. It'll come. It'll come. We'll just press
Yeah, it'll
on.
come. It'll come. Chunky sponsorship, Diet Coke sponsorship. I
I
mean,
mean, movie theaters
they'll
are in a
have.
really good spot, aren't they? They're not dying at all. Please.
Yeah, totally. No, no, streaming totally isn't becoming the norm or anything. But but I think that'll do it for us this time. So don't watch Money Plane, but do continue watching the pod. We appreciate all your support going into the new year. I'm not quite sure which episode this is. I'm sure you might know, but if you don't, thanks for sticking us around for 2025, and we're looking forward to another year and many more to come of flicks and flops. So
So we'll catch you on the next one.